8 million views in the past 24 hours and 51 million views in the past 48 hours. Let me just do a little refresh for you guys right now, just so you guys don't start commenting scam in the comment section because I look Indian. Yeah, you know who you are. Anyways, guys, in this video, we're going to be talking about how to find the correct niche for you, how to find untapped niches, what to do if you want to find a niche, but you can't find one. Also, since a lot of you guys asked for some other channels that I run right now, here's a couple other ones. I'm going to just reload all of these for you real quick just to show you that these are all legit. My editor's, of course, going to have to blur them out, but, you know, these are real channels that I have run that have gotten a pretty mass amount of views in the past, I don't know, a couple of months or so. And also, we're going to go over this channel, which actually I am okay showing. So, editor, do not blow this one out. This is my test channel, all right? This channel is my test channel. So, what I do on this channel is I basically upload any video that I want on here to see how YouTube will kind of react to it and see what will go on. So, if you go to the shorts category, you're going to see a wide variety of videos on here because I just do a lot of testing on this channel. And I recommend you have a test channel as well. Anyways, let's talk about how I find my niches. Guys, I use Verlo AI, and Verlo, it basically is a AI software that lets you look at outliers for TikTok and YouTube videos. It lets you find upcoming niches. It's a pretty amazing software. I mean, I mentioned it in my last video, and someone asked me to go in more in depth about niche finding, so I'm gonna do that now. So Verlo AI started around 4 months ago, and I actually got in contact with one of the founders of it, and they basically let me use this for free to show you guys. I mean, I was already using it beforehand, but I wanted to show you guys anyway because it's kind of what I've been using to find my niches, especially the past couple of months, which is why the past couple of months I have so much channels that have been blowing up. So with Verlo, it basically gives you an outlier for every single viral video on the planet that is going viral right now on TikTok and YouTube. It has an outlier, so you can see this one is a 10,484 outlier, and it has 602,000 views. And this video looks like it's some type of like caption or something like that with football. So I'm assuming football is kind of popping right now. We see a lot of AI videos here, but usually when I'm on this platform, I go to TikTok because it kind of shows me what's kind of be upcoming, because if we're going to be, uploading TikTok first to kind of see what's going to be popping. If we go down, we're going to see niches over here. If I click on like brain rot, for example, it's actually going to load into a new page. And then on this new page is going to see, you're going to be able to see like the percentage chance you have to go viral. I know this says 90% chance, a negative 90% chance, but remember guys, this is in the past month. And then also what I'm teaching you guys is how to basically go viral in any niche. But, I use brain rot as a good example. So if you go down here, you're going to see all of the videos that are kind of performing well in the past month. And then, we can sort by YouTube or TikTok here. So I'm going to sort by TikTok because TikTok is what I like to see if I'm going to see if a video is going viral or not. And it looks like this video got 142 million views. So let's see which one this is. And it looks like it's a video of like a Wednesday doll, right? And he's just pulling back the hair. And I know this would go viral on YouTube as well because it's a funny video. And look at that. That's even more funny. So if you found a way, guys, to look at this and then replicate it so you can make on a new YouTube channel, maybe do this with other dolls and stuff like that, I'm sure you could have a video that's probably getting 10 million views. At least 10 million views on YouTube. And this one got like 142 million views. And if it works on one platform, it's going to work on another. And this is in the past month, by the way. So yeah, Verlo it's a great platform. I really do recommend using it to just find hidden niches, find upcoming niches. And then I'm also going to talk about this channel that I have here because I actually was looking on Verlo and I found this little football niche. So I uploaded on my test channel to see if it would do well, and you can see it's a 4 out of 10. Normally, I'm not going to start a channel unless I like see a 1 out of 10 on my test channel, and this has a 4 to 10, so I'm not going to be continuing testing this video. And there's also a misconception as well that like when you're testing niches, you have to make a new channel every time. That's not true. That's not true at all. I just have one single test channel that I just consistently upload videos on. If the video does well or not, just depending if I make a new channel or not. So if you go on that channel, you probably see a lot of like old projects I've done and stuff. You guys want to look at that later. But yeah, use Verlo. It's going to be linked in the description. I really do recommend it. It's a great app to find hidden niches and stuff like that, outliers and competitors. You're going to be able to see like United States brain rot has 2.5 billion views in the past month. Like that's really good information to know because I have a channel that's getting close to 500 million views a month right now on brain rot, and it's kind of Roblox and brain rot, so that probably contributes to a large percentage of that. Anyways, now that we kind of got that out of the way of how I find my niches, I'm going to talk about how I qualify them and then what I do to make sure it is actually a niche that I can repeatedly make content with. So niches. When I am finding a niche, the first thing I think about after I see a video that I think is a potential outlier is I think, is this outlier repeatable? Is this repeatable? Because if it's not repeatable and you're going viral one time, there's not really any point, because the point of us doing this is to make money consistently every month. We're not going for quick money grabs. We're looking for repeatable content that we can upload over a long period of time. Preferably, we want to run this channel for years and years and years, eventually outsource it, maybe even sell it for even more income. So look for outliers when you're finding your niche. Now, another misconception is you cannot upload in a oversaturated niche, and this is not true. If you're looking for outliers, there's a pretty big chance there are other people who are also uploading in this niche, and there's a pretty big chance it's going to be really saturated, and that's okay. Saturation is not a bad thing. It means there's a very high demand for it, right? And if there's a lot of high demand, there's a lot of high supply, all you got to do is be the best supply, and then all of a sudden you're going to have the most demand, right? Because all this really is business, and business all is supply and demand, right? So if you are focusing on supplying the best videos possible to a audience that is demanding a lot of content, you are going to get a crap ton of views. So that's kind of, what I do to qualify the niche. Now, what will I actually do when I start making videos in the niche? Because, I know you guys wanted me to start talking about how to actually find the niche and then actually start uploading videos in that said niche. And I'm going to say the number one thing I do after qualifying the niche itself is I'm going to look for competitors that are also getting similar views. So I look for the comp, I look for my ops, and I see if I'm going to beat them or not, right? Because if we have lots of ops, but we are the number one op because we are just the best view maximizer in the world, then there's a pretty big chance that you're going to make a lot of money. Because again, there's lots of demand, and even if there's lots of supply, if you're the best supply and you beat all the competition, you're going to get what? Lots of views. Because remember, this is the view maximizing bootcamp. So what we're doing here is we are finding ways to just maximize the amount of views possible. Now, what are the best niches that you could upload on? Well, I would go back to Verlo over here, and if I just go to the dashboard, there's going to be a little section up here that's going to load, and it's going to tell me all the best niches that's going well right now. So it looks like today, skits, animals, ASMR, soccer clips, movie stuff, like these ones are doing pretty well. I use Verlo a lot to see if any niches are like popping or not. Like Roblox is popping right now. Roblox is a really good niche right now, but it looks like skits is doing really well. So if you guys wanted to, what you could do is you could make some skits, and make some really high quality skits. I know you guys know people like Speedy McQueen and stuff like that. He pulled so many, dude. He's making so much money. But if you can like make skits or something like that, because Verlo is saying skits is a really good thing. So if I go down here and I actually like found skits. So it looks like Skits has gotten around 5.9 billion views in just the month of September alone right now. If we scroll down, we're going to see a lot of outliers over here. Like, for example, like Mr. Beast over here has a skit video where he's comparing animals and stuff. And, I guess this AI considers it a skit, but it still performs well. This video is Doctor, of course. This guy always goes viral. This guy always goes viral over here. And then we're just looking down a little bit more, and we're going to see a lot of these videos or skits. It looks like a lot of people in third world countries as well, people who are in Latin American countries. And what's great? If you are in a Latin American country and you're running skits and the skits are high quality, or you're in like a third world country, you have a very high probability to go viral because people love watching it. And what's great about skits? Skits you can watch through any language as long as you're not speaking English, you're just acting everything out. You want to make sure when you're making videos, you're avoiding any type of language barriers. And that's how videos like Mr. Beast goes viral, because he actually has voice actors in other countries who speak other languages for him. So when you're thinking about making content, so going back over here to getting views and stuff, make sure you are trying to make content that is basically watchable over the course of any language, because you don't want a language barrier to be an issue, because there's only a certain amount of English speaking people in the world. And if you can make a video that can be targeted towards English, Spanish, Asian people, and they all speak different languages, but they can all watch it at the same time, then you are going to be maximizing your views. I actually don't tend to use any type of captions in my videos, because I don't actually want people who are speaking Spanish to see it and be like, oh, I can't watch this because it's not in English or it's not in Spanish. So like, when you're making videos, don't put captions, right? Unless it's very specific towards English-speaking audiences. But if you're making brain rot and stuff like that, just leave no captions. Use the most trending music you can possibly make, and avoid languages. And that's basically everything I do. All right, that's basically everything I do to find niches. I know it seems pretty straightforward, And it is, you know, all you got to do is use Verlo, find hidden niches that are doing well, look at your competition, see if the competition is also doing well. If they are, can you make videos better than them? If you can make videos better than them, can you also avoid any type of language barrier? If you can, you're going to be able to maximize the amount of views you are uploading or just achieving every single month. That's pretty much it. Guys, if this was useful for you and, you know, you learned something from this, you know, I have this crazy YouTube channel right now that's pulling 51 million views in 48 hours. It's generating also a crazy amount of revenue right now. But I had to blur it out because I can unfortunately not show it at this time. But I'm gonna hit this reload for you one more time because I just do feel really proud of this channel. Yeah, but I think that's pretty much everything for this video. If you learned anything from it, just, you know, maybe drop me a sub, appreciate it. If you want to work with me one-on-one, you can check out the second link in the description, and it's going to be a link to apply to work with me. I have this little website here where you can just apply, you know, see if you qualify, and maybe we can work together one-on-one, and I can get you to your first 500 million views a month, maybe even more, you know, depending on how hard you work. Anyways, that's going to be all for this video. If you learned anything, drop me a sub. I appreciate it. I love you guys.